Welcome, everybody, to the Gym Leader Chat Lounge podcast, where we talk all things Gym Leader Challenge format in the Pokemon trading card game. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Ben Morse. I am joined by my co-hosts, Tony, Saya, how are you?
What's going on? How are you? I'm doing good.
And John Patterson.
What's up? What's up?
We're excited. We got some interesting things to talk about. Some news dropped from new card reveals, a fancy new stadium card that we won't get to play, but it looks very pretty. And
Bunch of cool new cards, but unfortunately, none of them are very impactful for us GLC players. So
yeah, once again, another disappointing set of reveals when it comes to the Gym Leader Challenge format. So it's a sad time. It's been so many sets now. I mean, outside of like Telepathic for Psychic and Deoxys, it's like, what else has anyone really got to like be excited about recently?
Chesnaught, dude. That's what we got to be excited about.
This is the Chesnaught Chat Lounge.
Almost a little too excited about
Chesnaught.
Chesnaught.
Yeah. Chesnaught does not stop, man. I mean, it'll stop as soon as we get badges with it, and that's the downside. That's why we keep hearing about John playing Metal. Now we've got to keep hearing about Tony playing Chesnaught. But yeah, anyways, we also have an exciting preview for what episode we're going to do next week. I guess we can just talk about that now. Yeah, why not?
Let's just tell him. Let's just tell him what's going on.
Next week.
We need to tell him because we need some input from our community.
Yes.
So
right.
Next
perfect
week,
time.
We got a big episode, okay? We have been talking since we started the pod about when would be the prime opportunity to invite Andrew Mahone, Tricky Jim, onto the podcast to, we wanted to make sure that the episode that he was on would have something a little more interesting, a little grander scale to warrant him being a guest for the pod about the format he created, as opposed to just like a random Thursday night league night for him to comment on. And so we decided that this would be the perfect time to have him be a guest, where we're going to break down in a tier list the top GLC decks of all time. Okay. We're coming up on the 5-year anniversary of GLC next month, mid-July, 5 years of playing the format. And we are going to make a list of, all of the top decks throughout time, not necessarily in a head-to-head, because of course, like, Not Too Blindside of today obviously blows, some early Hydro Pump lists out of the water for sure. But, we're going to judge them based on the context that they found themselves in, okay? And so we have kind of a list now of some of the decks we want to talk about, but that's where we want some feedback from you guys before next week as we plan further. What decks do you think deserve mention or a spot on this tier list? Even if it ends up being at the bottom of the tier list of the best GLC decks of all time, that is an incredibly impressive accolade. So let us know. Yeah, what do you guys have to say about that?
Just think about anything that's you consider dominant, decks that have won, our big 1Ks or 3Ks, even decks that, dominate your locals, or just the craziest thing, pre-bans, post-bans, the whole format's up for debate here. And
that's sort of more what I'm thinking of. Obviously we've looked at like, okay, what are the winners of the big tournaments that we've seen, but like what stuff we might not be thinking of, something that is not in our radar, our circle of what we see in GLC, like in your locals that have done well then at a certain time, and maybe some decks back from the beginning, the wild west of GLC, when anything went and you could really build anything and have it pop off. So let us know the things we might not be thinking of.
That's right. Yeah, I'm talking about decks that had like impact the meta, make you, because of this deck's presence in the meta, what deck you play against that, like that's what you're thinking about. It's like that's the deck you test against, that's the deck that you're going to need to beat. What's the meta-defining best GLC decks of all time over the past 5 years? We're gonna try and narrow it down.
List off like 3 to give some people some examples, just like off the top of your
okay,
head.
so like recently, Not Too Blindside has now won 3Ks in a row. That is definitely gonna be one of the decks that's on the tier list. And
I got one. What about the colorless control deck that Grant Manley won? One of the
yeah, I mean that's another one.
I don't want to get too much into it. You guys got to tune in.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it more with Andrew, and that's why it's perfect for Andrew to be on, because obviously he was there for all of these moments. Even more than any of us were. Of course, and he was on the ground floor building these decks, commentating over all the large events that he's hosted at Full Grip Games, and obviously cares a lot about the format, being it is his little baby. But yeah, I mean, it's safe to say that we're like on our short list right now is like every deck that has won a 3K, at least to look at. Not necessarily like we'll see if they end up actually on the tier list. But yeah, let us know in the comments what deck and why you think. Because I want to see a why. Why do you think it deserves a spot on the tier list? So that'll be fun. That's coming next week. Celebrating the Gym Leader Challenge 5-year anniversary coming up. Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. I'm excited to finally have Andrew on. Outside of that, I mean, how's your guys' week? Highs, lows? What's going on, Tony? I know you had we were riding high for a minute. What? You want to talk about that?
You want me to bring it up again?
I think people want to hear it. Bro.
I think me and Ben talked about our love for the World Cup, and we've been watching that a bunch. And when there's a big sporting event, something fun that I like to do is I like to throw a couple dollars on some parlays on some gambling websites. And I had an absolute juicer on Friday, or yeah, I don't even remember what day it was, to be honest with you.
I think I don't know. Wasn't yesterday, was
Friday.
it?
No, Wednesday.
Wednesday,
maybe. Wednesday. I had an absolute juicer on Wednesday. I was like,
6
I'm just gonna throw a couple bucks on the winner. Yeah, the winner of each game that was gonna be on today. And I took Vinny Jr., the best Brazilian player to score a goal in their game.
Yeah.
Everything hit throughout the day. I was going perfect, and I just needed South Korea to come out on top for me. And they took an absolute heartbreaking, gut-wrenching loss, 1-0 against South Africa.
Yeah.
And I haven't watched a World Cup game since, I'll tell you that.
Actually heartbreaking. Yeah, six games that day. He hit, like, everything was going so smoothly, and it was literally like the final game of the day that ruined his parlay. Anyways, not advocating for gambling.
I wouldn't want to watch any more games after that either.
Yeah, no advocation for gambling.
That would put me out of it.
Yeah. I'm trying to get Tony back into it, but I mean, he's only down how much?
I haven't watched a game since.
You're only down.
It was a $3.
$3, okay, so that's what we're talking. It was going to be a bigger payout, much bigger than $3, but yes, that's the level of what we're talking here. Do not be gambling, people. Okay, this is
don't be gambling, bro.
No, it's not. This is not the podcast for gambling. I apologize for bringing up.
No.
All right, not sponsored. Not
take all the money you would spend on gambling and buy cards.
Yes, FanDuel. If you do want to send us a little change, I wouldn't say no. All right. I'm just kidding. I'd probably say no, but
I think I would.
Yeah, you would say yes or no?
We can put our 3K predictions up on FanDuel, maybe.
Yo, what if we could bet on the 3K results? I need Tony to win 4 games this week. Yeah.
Dude, you guys taking the Ben Moore's over under 5.5 wins in Twist?
Yeah, literally. Oh my gosh, wait, that would be so funny. Just on a Thursday night. Oh, how degenerate.
All right, I'm starting the book, guys. You guys let me know. Guys let me know what numbers you want to see.
Super degenerate. All right.
Channel members only.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're going to start a ring.
We finally came up with a perk.
I'm joking, okay? We're going to get demonetized.
I'm joking.
You can pay money to give us more money.
99 cents, okay? 99 channel membership is 99 cents, all right? I'll leave it at that. Anyways, Yeah, I mean, John, how was your week then? What did you get up to?
It was good. I had a pretty lazy week. So I'm kind of sort of between shows right now. Not watching anything in particular. And y'all were talking about Love Island, so I tried to watch Love Island this week. I'm like 4 or 5 episodes in, really trying to give it a chance, and man, I just can't. I can't. I'm doing something else. I have it on in the background. I'm like, nah, it's not. It's not my type of trash reality TV. There's some good trash reality TV out there, and it's just I can't get into the Love Island stuff. So
That's fair.
Dude,
yeah,
House of the Dragon is back. You want a TV show to sink your teeth into?
That's
maybe.
you
Do
have
I
to
gotta
focus.
watch
You
like
have to
the
focus on
rest
that.
of? Do I need to know about the other Game of Thrones stuff, or can you watch House
No,
of the
not
Dragon
really.
solo?
You just gotta watch the first
Yeah,
season.
it's prequel. It's prequel. So
All right.
There's
uh,
definitely a lot of like. There's definitely a lot of like.
it's not a
Like
background show. It's not a background
yeah,
show.
it's definitely not a background show, but there's a lot of like point and soy face moments if you like know about what happens in the regular series. But it's nothing that will like
Okay.
ruin the. It won't like make the show any worse for you.
All right. Maybe. Can't be worse than trying to get through Love Island.
That's
So.
so true. That's so true. How
I'm in the
degenerate
same
is this
boat, dude.
podcast, bro? We're going sports gambling into Love Island. Oh my gosh. Anyway,
Oh
I
man.
want to mention, I mean, if we're talking TV shows that, in addition to Love Island, I just finished Widow's Bay on Apple TV. Just wrapped up their first season, and it was so good. I can't recommend it enough. It's like a dark horror, like comedy though. And like the comedy is so clean and good. Like not clean, like, oh, it's clean. It's like, it just hits so good, and it's so funny, but also like really, really rides the line of being like pretty creepy, as far as like TV shows go. And the characters are fantastic. And if you know who Hiro Murai is, who is like one of the directors and creative forces with Donald Glover behind Atlanta, which is like one of the greatest TV shows ever, as well as Barry with Bill Hader. If you've seen that, Hiro Murai, big part of both of those shows, and both those shows are amazing. Widow's Bay on Apple TV. Go check it out.
I
It
think you
was
just
sick.
sold me.
I mean, Hiro Murai
Yeah, sounds
alone should
interesting.
sell you. Like,
Yeah.
and
One last TV show mentioned. The Bear is also back.
I
So
dropped the bear.
that's
They season 2
you
maybe.
dropped the bear.
It was
I mean,
fine.
I was kind of down on it after last season, but I'm definitely gonna give the new season a watch here eventually, and I'm excited. When a show that like was good, or I mean, it was never bad, but like definitely not as good as it was in like the first season or two.
Yeah.
When it's like wrapping up, like I just want to see how they end it. So like I'm a little bit excited for that.
Yeah, that's like a show I have that's like on my eventual watch list, but it's not a
Yeah.
priority. We watch a lot of TV
I
in
think
my house.
the first season or two is some excellent television, but
Yeah.
it's fallen off since then.
Yeah.
But I hope they finish strong.
Hopefully. I think I've heard good things, but it like just came out. I don't know.
Yeah, I think literally like last night. I'm pretty sure or
Oh.
tonight or something. I don't
Oh.
know,
Music. Phoebe's back. Okay.
dude.
I still have not listened to the single yet. Phoebe Bridgers, new
Don't
single.
don't even play with me.
I'm kind of tempted.
Anybody who knows anything about me, Phoebe Bridgers, one of my favorite artists. Another one of my favorite artists, Alex G, is listed in the credits of the album. He's a writer. He's playing the guitar on the album. So this is this is big for me.
Yeah, this is Tony's moment.
Dang.
I am excited for it. I have not listened to the single, and I'm kind of debating on if I want to or not, because I am like a album straight through kind of person, and
That's fair.
I kind of just despise singles because it just every time I like go in knowing the single, it's like kind of warps your first listen of the album around the single. And like I'd love like for artists like I don't care as much about, like I'll toss on the single. But like when something as highly anticipated as Phoebe's album coming out, I'm like,
Yeah.
I want to just kind of
Yes.
experience that.
I have to like tune out of the dialogue about the single because and people are, it sounds so different. It's nothing like X, or it's nothing like this, or whatever other project. And in this case, it's been like 6 years since there's been a Phoebe Bridgers album. So like, if you think it's just gonna sound the exact same,
How long till the full album's out?
it releases in
August
September, I believe,
August
August
14th.
or September, August 14th, August 14th.
Yeah,
So
that's not too long.
No,
yeah,
just like a month and a half.
I really like the way this song sounded.
I'm excited. If you want to hear if you wanted the song to sound the same, just go listen to the album again, the old album.
Exactly.
That
Like,
exists already.
yes.
I'm excited. But yeah, I mean, I watched me and Tony. We started a little when I was picking him up for league every week. We were like, we should have like something to talk about each week. So we started a little movie club. Did we talk about that on the pod ever? I think we did.
We might have mentioned it. I don't know. We haven't really. We just talk about what we watch, but we haven't really
Yeah.
like.
We're not
The
as
first
locked
couple
in.
weeks we were like, yeah. The first couple weeks we were like, we're gonna watch this movie, and then when I pick you up next week, we'll talk about this movie.
Yeah.
But we've just been kind of talking about the things that we watched throughout the week.
Yeah, yeah. And I don't pick you up anymore. I just take you home. So
That is true. Yes, that did change.
Dweesh took over my job.
Yeah.
Anyways, I guess we can talk about Pokemon now on our Pokemon podcast.
Yeah, let's talk about some.
Sure.
Listen, we're just filling the space because there's no new reveals to talk about for TLC's sake. So
no good new reveals, at least.
yeah, and now let's talk about some Pokemon that is not GLC.
Exactly.
GLC.
Today I played in
Yep.
the 2004 Retro Tournament hosted at Full Group Games, streamed on Tricky Gym if you wanted to check it out. 2004 World Championship format, which is like the EX era. I don't even know the exact sets. Okay, I just borrow a deck. Natalie's got, a dozen decks in every format. I pick one, play a couple games with it, then show up to the tournament. And I played the X.
This guy plays the same deck in every format.
Okay, it's not even like intentional. Okay,
he plays the cheesy. He plays the cheesy spread deck.
It's just kind of what ends up happening. Okay, so yeah, like in the Sumlot, I played the Tapu Koko spread deck. Okay, and this deck Exploud is also a spread deck, and the TM Machine Rock at the bottom, that's the same thing as TM Devolution. So yeah, you're spreading damage, you're devolving to take multiple prizes, board wipe. But then you've also got this Sceptile package, Grass package to counter some of your weaknesses, because two of the top decks are Team Magma's Groudon and Swampert EX, both of which are fighting type and weak to grass. And your Exploud is weak to fighting, so you play the Sceptile line to kind of shore up that match. And it also helps in other matchups, like Gardevoir EX, another popular deck. The EX is weak to grass. So it just hits like a lot of good weaknesses, and has like a really strong attack. The Lizard Poison for 1 energy does 20 damage and puts your opponent to sleep, and that can like stack with other special conditions. And so those can like buy you time and stuff. And I think it's just a fun deck. And the main reason I played this deck is because
I was gonna say, let's get to the truth here.
Yeah, like it just happened to be a spread deck because. That I picked that it's not because it's a spread deck that I picked it, but it's because the whole Exploud line, Wishmer, Loudred, and Exploud are all Komiya artworks. Okay, and if you know me, I am a Komiya's biggest fan. I'm collecting all of Komiya's cards, or trying to, and I've got it nearly complete. And yeah, so my favorite artist, and when there's a meta deck, with featuring, highly featuring the artwork, the full line, how could I say no? So I reserved this deck from Natalie months and months ago.
Now, did you already have this Whismer, Loudred, and Exploud, or does Natalie need to count the cards in the deck box that she got back from you?
I've got them all already. Yep. These guys I have.
Nice.
He's no amateur collector, dude.
Oh yeah, dude. No, I
figured they don't look that expensive.
Yeah. My biggest, just want to shout out my collection real quick. My biggest new addition to the collection is the Psyduck Scream promo, which is a Japanese exclusive promo card. You know the Scream artwork by Edward Munch, where he's like, Okay, Pokemon did a series of 5 promo cards.
New thumbnail. New thumbnail unlocked.
5 promo cards with Pokemon kind of doing that pose, and they're all different artists though. It's kind of interesting. They're basically the same artwork, but like different illustrators did them, and Psyduck is one of them, and Tomokazu Kamiya did the Psyduck one, and it was very expensive, and I had to trade in like like 2 Pokemon Center ETBs, a booster box, plus some cash and some singles and stuff to be able to pay for this thing. So do the math in your head. Oh yeah, 100%, man, 100%. There's this other card I have of his, which is another Japanese exclusive, also a Psyduck. And I bought that card in 2022 for $190, and it's worth like $1,100 now.
Dude, this is why you buy 2 so that you could sell one. And
I mean, I could barely afford the one at a time. The thing is, when I bought that card, the Psyduck Scream promo was also only like $200 at the time, but I just bought the other one first.
Dang.
And
this is why I'm hyped to start collecting again now that I have a job. Now that I'm employed.
Well, it's too late, okay? If you're thinking of collecting cards, it's too late, okay?
But I want to collect stuff that I think is
Yeah.
that I think is
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, you gotta collect
I
what
don't
you
wanna
think's
hop
cool and
on
what's
the-
in your budget, you know. I've
Yeah,
also
like-
been recently like more interested in like collecting artists and stuff like that too. I've got like a cheap one that I've got a full set of is the Asaka Ito cards that are all the crocheted cards and stuff like that. I just think they're like super neat, and some of them are even getting a little expensive too. I've noticed that there's some art rare ones of that, but like they're mostly like newer cards and like commons and uncommons and stuff. So
What's like
know,
what's
you
like
can
some of
find-
the illustrator ones from them? I'm not familiar.
they've got the Illustrator ones. They've got from Black Bolt and White Flare. I forget which one it is, but it's got the Audino sitting by like a brook, and then there's a an Altaria like sitting in like a room and stuff. There's like a bunch of little ones. There's like a Metapod. There's a Temple. Just like a bunch of little guys, little
Nice.
guys that are cute to crochet and stuff like that. So
Heck yeah.
yeah, I just think they're neat.
Nice.
Collect the cards you think are neat.
That's exactly what I'm doing. Like
Yeah.
I know.
I got the
full art
I got the
Arvin,
Shaman
bro.
art rare. Yeah, like Fuller Arvin and Fuller Sycamore. Ooh, slop. Shout out Natalie for the $3 to $5 slop.
Oh yeah, me and Tony were going off.
We were going crazy.
Yeah, no, but you just got the full art Shaman, right? You treated yourself.
Yeah, Shaman's one of my favorite Pokemon, and also is in the grass deck I'm playing right now, and I really like that artwork. And I just recently got the Japanese art rare Fez from Ascended Heroes, whatever that set is in Japan. The Fez EX. I really like that art. So I'm starting to collect cards that I think are cool.
Nice.
Got my eyes set on a Sylveon EX from the Radiant collection.
Nice.
That card's worth a pretty penny, but I really want it. I really like
Is
the
your
art
store
on it.
credit stacking up at better plays or no?
It could not be further from defined as stacking up.
All right.
It's hard to stack there. It's a small league.
They pay out pretty
Yeah,
good though. You just have to get like first place though.
They do.
It's because
I've been there 3 times and I've just earned back my entry every time. I pay $5 to play and then it comes back to me.
Yeah.
I need to start going to standard. They get like 20 plus people for standard, and
Yeah, the GLC payout is nothing.
Yeah, I went last Tuesday for standard for the first time in like a few months, and finished 3-2. So no increase on the store credit, unfortunately.
Shame. Yeah, I bought a bunch of slop for my cube, which is just, random full art trainers that are under $5. I bought a Kukui for like $250. What else did I buy? I bought full art Crobat for the cube, Spiritomb, and yeah, just some cheap slop. And then I paid for entry for retro, and I didn't get top 8.
What I found.
There's some of Tony's slop.
There's the slop that I picked up.
Yeah. No, nothing's more tempting.
Whopping $8 together.
Yeah, nothing's more tempting than a $2 full art trainer that can go in a deck or a cube. It's
Dude,
like,
it's so hype. Dude, I remember when these
Sycamore is
were
one
like
of my favorite researches.
these Argons were like $40
So
when they
good.
were standard legal, and now I just get to swap this guy in between every GLC deck I play, like
Yeah.
for $3. You know, like that's so worth it.
Yeah. We love spending money on this podcast.
Yes, not sponsored by Full Grip Games.
Ah!
Collect carb.
John just stood up showing us his
That's so funny.
T-shirt. Yep.
Yeah,
I
I
collect
collect
cardboard.
cardboard and cardboard accessories.
Nice.
That's awesome.
This is literally one of my last shirts that I have. It's laundry day tomorrow, so just
that is fire. We all need some of that. Anyways, we've gone so off tangent today.
Should we talk about GLC now?
I guess we should talk about GLC.
I guess if we have
I
to.
mean, probably.
We're gonna jump over to Full Grip League this week. It was a very successful week for the podcast. Okay, everything outside of a badge, unfortunately, but Tony second place, me third place, John fourth place, all of us 4-1, and Kai took home the badge at 5-0. Unfortunately for us. Congrats to Kai. Okay, but Tony another second place with the Chesnaught deck. Okay, yeah, frustrating. Whoa, Chesnaught.
Every time I see the weeks just dwindling down, I just have less and less chances to
6 left, I think.
to keep going. Yeah, there's like split 6. Yeah, 6 weeks, 5 weeks, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And every time I'm in league and I see Ben Peacock at the top tables playing the not too blindside deck this deep into the season, I'm like, oh my god, like why? Like, why? Like,
ruining the rest of our runs with not too blindside. I mean, same with like fighting. I mean, you lost to Kai.
Yes, I did lose to Kai.
It's like another fighting deck gets a badge. No shortage of fighting in the field still, but I mean, I played a grass deck. I switched up. We'll talk about the list in a second. But John also 4-1 with Metal. Were you about to say something?
It just like it's crazy to me. Like you have these like good players at League, and you're like, how do you still have Psychic available to you this late in the season? How have you not won the badge with it yet? You're a good player. That's a good exactly. You're a good player, and this is a good deck. Like, how are you still here?
I mean, that's just how it is. I mean, that's how it is for all of us. Like,
some decks are just like you get a deck and it's like the 4-1 factory.
It is
like
the 4-1 factory.
Grass is that deck for me. Like I think I came in second twice with Chesnaught.
Yep.
Like it's just like, and I played fighting for probably like 8 or 9 weeks before I got my badge in total. Like I probably won 80% of my games with that deck. So it's like,
yeah. I mean, that's just how it is in our field where we have, a lot of players deserving of badges. It's like, well, it's hard to be like, well, I mean, you go months without getting a badge, and it's like, man, like I know I'm good enough to get a badge. Like I should be getting a badge, but it's like, well, everyone else who's gotten a badge is also good enough to get a badge. So it's like, it's just really tough to like break into that badge earning moment, and
that's where I'm at. I have not gotten a badge on the podcast yet. All my badges are pre-podcast.
Dang, man. And John has one of the best win records.
Talk about a dry spell.
Yeah.
John, I think John might have the best win percentage in the field.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd have to.
That was certainly true at the halfway point. I don't know so much now.
It might have fallen off a little bit.
The 4-1s grinded to a halt once we.
Yeah, listen, before the week last week I went 0-4-1. I was like 1 win. We keep shout out Morsemakes, GLC.morsemakes.com. We track everybody's wins this season, and I was like 1 win behind Alex and like 2 wins behind Hunter, and then I went 0-4, and now I'm back to like 6 wins behind both of them. It's like
yeah, the 0-4 hurt a lot.
The 0-4 hurt bad,
bro. Yeah, but I mean, yeah. So no bad. It's unfortunate none of us got the badge. Kai, taking it home. But my only loss was to Tony. John's only loss was to me. And
my loss was
Tony was to Kai. Who'd you lose to?
Yeah,
you lost to me.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
We're sickos at League. We Natalie came over to me after the games were all over, and she was like, "If Kai lost, it was your week." And I was just like head in hands. Like we run all the scenarios.
Yeah,
like,
we run it.
because yeah, we were joking at the top table because there was there was like 4 of us at 3-1 or 5 of us
Well,
or
it was
something at
JD and
3-1.
Kai at table one, and
Yeah, JD and
if
Kai were
JD had
table one, and then
won, JD would have added to the 4-1 pool with Kai,
yes, and
and Tony would
yeah,
have
out of
won
the
on
4-1s,
resistance.
my resistance was like 25% higher than everybody else's. It was like
Yeah,
it.
it
Yeah,
was rough. Um, well, Kai, is that his second badge now? I believe.
that is Kai's second
It
badge. Yeah.
is. Yep.
Yep. Congrats to Kai. And then he was like, "Coming for you, Alex." And it's kind of funny. It's so fun. Kai's so funny because it's technically true. Like he could win the rest of the season and tie Alex. Like that's.
Yeah,
There's 4 weeks left. He can win the next 4. So
Yeah.
Kai,
dude.
if it's not us, it's you.
Every week, every week, if I finish my game before Alex, he stands up and I'm the first person that he's looking for. He's like, "Did you win?" I'm like, "No, man."
And he's like, "Let's go!" Yeah, Alex.
Yeah,
No one's more
he's
excited for a
like,
Tony loss than Alex Carpenter right now.
yeah. I feel the same way, honestly.
I mean, yeah, I beat Alex round
And
1 with grass. He was playing fire, and it felt so good. I'm not even gonna lie.
he was like, Ben teched his deck just for me.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. I mean, rest of top 8: Peacock, Psychic, JD, Hydro Pump, Vincent, Deoxys, Psychic, and Fran with that Barbiyama. Yeah, week 46 in the books. We only had 19 players. Moving on though, this was Kai's Barbiyama deck. Pretty straightforward. Well, actually, not pretty straightforward. It was Barbiyama with
He had some spice.
Tinglu and Marshadow added as well. So a little bit of that RDT flavor in there. But other than that, I mean, pretty similar to what we were running at the 3K.
Looks like he cut into the energies quite a bit to make room for those additional, the attackers there. Which, I mean, if Tinglu is one of your attackers, you don't need as much energy. So,
Yep.
Yeah.
Very true. Very true. But yeah, congrats to Kai. Another fighting badge on the board. And we've got JP.
Yep. Changed one card in my metal list this week. Swapped out my Crystal Cave. Despite all the spread that I ran into last week, I was like, I just don't think it's doing enough, and swapped in a Town Store because once again, this deck has 6 tools in it. um, and just to add a little bit of consistency, another out to turbo energize at the beginning of the game. Find the tools that you need like after Alana's Rod. Just get them right back out with that. Um, and yeah, I actually really liked it a lot. It came in pretty clutch, specifically in one of my games that I had the turn 1. It was against Chase, and he had a 60 HP Squovit in the active and just had to pass. And I needed the Artisan off the Goosehala to get another bench Pokemon. So Zacian did 10 more damage to hit like that 60. But I prized Artisan. So my Goosehala instead got me Town Store to get Muscle Band was also prized, so it had to be the Fighting Fury belt for an additional 10 to be able to knock out the Squovit and get the donk there. So like not exactly what I planned to have happen with it, but it can kind of like boost that early game damageization if you've either have it in your opening hand or you prize something or you prize the Artisan off Goose Hollow, like in that situation. So yeah, it just adds a bit of flexibility to the deck that I really liked, and came in pretty clutch. So that was the only change I made. The other thing I noticed, like this, at least into our meta here, is like the E-Hammer really did nothing at all. I played against 2 Hydro Pumps this week, and the only thing E-Hammer did was I was like, thank God I'm able to thin this out of my hand because they played their 1 special energy in the splash energy.
Right.
I was like, I can discard this so I can draw more cards because it really doesn't hinder them that much, E-Hammering that away. So yeah, that's sort of a flex spot I'm finding in the list, but that's pretty much it. Crystal Cave out, Town Store in, felt good. E-Hammer can kind of be a flex spot there. We were joking out of my prize pack. No, out of last round, my opponent's prize pack. Who did I play against last round? They pulled a defend what's it called? The defender tool or the
Was it
item
Peacock?
card, metal defender.
Was it Peacock in your final round?
Uh,
Or no, that was Tony. It was
no, it wasn't. It was Peter. It was
Peter.
Peter. Um, Metal Defender, I think is the item card name that
Yeah.
makes all your Pokemon take 30 less. And he's like, "Do you want this? Do you want to put this in your deck?" I'm like, "Actually, maybe. Sounds kind of better than E-Hammer." So
Yeah, I could see that. That would, I mean, at least, as from me and Tony's perspective playing grass, that would definitely be pretty annoying to deal with for sure. Because at least
yeah,
with the
and it can
tools,
like
we
I
have
mean,
counterplay.
exactly, yeah, you can get rid of them, and you can add this to a combination with a tool to get damage even higher. Also offers a little bit of counter play into like spread, like the Tinglu that Kai just won with. You want that E-Hammer against fighting to get rid of the energy on the Dogi, but if you've got counterplay into the Tinglu, that can also be effective into there. So just a different way to tech for a matchup that could have some other uses instead.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's 2 weeks in a row, 4-1 for you. Once you switch
This
back
deck's
to Turbo
fun.
Metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, probably not. We got 4 weeks left. I think we're riding this into the sunset. We'll see what happens
Yeah.
when Pitch Black comes out. Might try something different. But
Your metal arc has been inspiring to watch. You went from excited to play it at first, doing your heat train build, and then you were like switching off and on it, and you were like, another week of metal, like no, got to talk about metal again on the podcast, and now you're back to like this deck's awesome, this deck's fun, like
I mean, I definitely
yeah,
see like you seem to have the most fun when this Zacian is in the metal list you play.
that is true.
the
Something about
Zacian's so fun. He's not
the
even he's not
Zacian.
even that good. He's just like he's probably like the most fine card in the list. Like he's the early guy. He's your Soul
Dude,
Rock. He's your Fan Rotom. Like he
that
just can
guy in
kind of get in
Iron
there early.
Crown, Zacian
Yeah.
and Iron Crown, they're the most fine guys in the whole entire GLC pool, and they both belong to metal.
Yeah.
I mean, they do the job, all
Yep.
right, and put a smile on John's face. So
4-1 back-to-back weeks, yeah. Can't dispute that.
there we go. All right,
Yep.
Chesnaught, week 4. Tony.
We are back again for Chestnut. Yeah, I learned from my mistakes last week. While I still stand by my statement that the Flyinium is cool and interesting and could be explored further, I got a badge race to try to tie, so I went with what I thought was the best version of the deck. And I did finish 4-1, and I made some changes from what Chase and Dylan were running, and I completely cut the Goose Hala package from the deck. So that's 3 cards: Goose Hala, Capture Energy, and Artisan. And I went in with the Silent Lab, and yeah, I got their kind of like disruption package with the Silent Lab and Reset Stamp in there. That's just like kind of Reset Stamp is just like a card you want to see in like kind of any deck. Just item based disruption, so good. But yeah, I cut the Goose Hala engine for just like more basic energies to try to make the deck flow a little bit better. And I also made like I did like a quality of life change. Like I took Professor's Letter out for Earthen Vessel, just to let uh your hand, it's a -1 from your hand potentially. Card that lets you draw more with Beautifly. Um, just trying to like really like speed the deck up because um now that I got Silent Lab in there, I can't believe I wasn't playing the deck without Silent Lab in the first place.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to end the game. I'm trying to end the game with Wo-Chien every single game. It's not like a what if, it's not like it's just like a let's do this.
Yeah, and it
Um
happens.
a couple other yeah. It does happen, yeah. A couple other cards that I didn't have on my previous Chestnut list was Professor Sycamore and Erica's Hospitality, just like more turbo cards. And me and Ben kind of were toying around with like the last supporter slot. Like we didn't want like Marnie or N or anything like that. We just wanted like pure draw. And when you think about like the cards in that same category were like Cynthia, Colress, Morty's Conviction, stuff like that.
Hmm.
But like you don't really want shuffle draw, and like Morty's not cutting it. And Erica's Hospitality we found actually jives with the deck incredibly. It's like really great with Beautifly. You could play your Erica, draw like 6 cards, and it just works really well. Beautiful. Like draw your hand up to 6, then you only have to play one card out of your hand
Yeah.
to be able to activate the Erica, and then draw 4, 5, 6 more cards. Like
Yeah.
just another great like thin your deck down card.
Yeah, and especially in this deck when you're not playing like Parallel City, you're not limiting your opponent's bench really.
Mhm.
It's just like it almost always reads good, even as a
Yeah.
turn 1 supporter. Like turn 1, hopefully your
That's
opponent
legitimately the only
benches.
time the card's like. That's the only time the card's remotely sketchy.
Yeah, but it's
Is
like
if you're like
it's
1
like
second, it's the first card you have to play.
but on average, like your opponent will probably bench 2 things, and then Erica is a draw 3. It's like, and people play Avery, people play Sinlin, so it's like
Yeah.
it's better than Colress to shuffle draw 3. So
Right.
And that's just like it's kind of like the antithesis of what you want in the deck. You don't want shuffle draw because you want to be like really accumulating your hand size like in a turn, and then playing that hand size down to then draw back up with Beautifly. So it's just was like a really great inclusion. It found its spot
yeah,
perfectly in the deck. It's a card that like I've had in my GLC box for a while, but like it's really not great in any particular deck. But I think it like found its spot in this deck.
Yeah.
It's really, really
it
good.
feels really good with the Beautifly. I'm a fan. Yeah, I mean,
What happened to the growing energy?
The growing energy was a casualty of the Goose Holocut.
Yeah.
I wanted to keep a special, and originally I had growing energy as that special, but Ben is actually the one who talked me out of it. He was like, counter energy is way too
All right,
valuable.
well,
It's just like a.
I mean, yes, keep counter. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, keep counter.
Keep counter.
Because I was between one or the other. I was like, I'm just gonna play one special energy, and I wanted it to be growing because it was grass colored.
Yeah.
The active grass at any time.
For sure.
And you were like, no, you should just play the counter instead. And
Yeah.
thank God I did, because Counter Energy Tropius took like 4 prizes for me throughout the course of the night.
Yeah.
So, there's definitely arguments to be made for growing energy because it does work so well on the Torterra and Chesnaught, specifically on the Torterra, making it. This is applicable for both guys, but putting it out of Boulder plus Muscle Band range, is really, really.
It's
good.
fine. You're just affirming my cut to E-Hammer.
I mean, what I was gonna say, and why I didn't want to take the blame for growing energy being gone, is because thinking about it more, I think it should go back in.
Oh, okay.
Like
okay.
you could definitely cut one basic energy for growing and just play it when you draw it.
I guess,
it won't
but like
change
I
much.
just.
If you're playing Chesnaught and Torterra, I think it should be in for sure. There's like kind of no reason not to, Like in what scenario is it gonna hurt?
I think that it's just like it's another potential dead card. After you've attached for turn, you don't have Chairman play.
I mean,
but it's only if you
don't have Chairman play, then you can only attach one energy anyways.
Yeah, it's only if you have Chairman play and you've like already attached the other special.
Yeah, it's like only if you want to attach both specials.
I didn't feel the need for it at all.
Like you definitely don't need it, but like I'm saying, like there's probably no reason to also not have it. Like the strengths,
I guess.
Yeah, I feel like we could easily toss it back in.
I guess.
Something to think about.
I suppose.
But yeah,
somebody in the comments find a defense for me.
It's a less Raihanable card is the other thing too. That's something I always, when I was building Seismitoad and stuff, I had 2 specials in there and only 6 like regulars, and I'm like, well, what if that's the only energy in the discard pile? It can get in the way.
That's
for the real unique situation you're in when your first attack comes with a guy with growing energy and counter on it, and then the only supporter you have in your hand after the knockout is Raihan.
Yeah. That is an argument. That's why you could make that argument. I just thought it was so
maybe that
funny.
first knockout wouldn't have happened if you had a growing energy on the guy.
True.
No, but that's what I'm saying. The knockout happened. The growing energy was on it.
Oh yeah, it's true. Yeah.
I think it's so funny.
It's just a non.
I think it's so funny that you put Full Art Sycamore in here. I'll say that.
Dude. He's here.
I know.
He's going in next
Tony's,
week.
Tony's limitless deck list picture. I didn't realize how accurate he was making these limitless decks.
Well, it's funny. Okay, it's funny you mentioned that because that is not the Wurmple I play.
No way.
I don't think is that the Wurmple or the.
No,
Hold on, let me do some
that's the
fact
wrong
checking real quick.
Wurmple for sure. Creepy crawly congregation.
No, it's the wrong
That's
Wurmple
the
for
creepy
sure.
crawly congregation
Oh,
worm.
so hard
Yeah,
to
no, I
say.
got my deck right here. Let me see what's going on here. I don't think it's the right chess pin either, to be honest with you. No, I play the
Speaking of chess
Dragon's
pins,
Exalted Wurmple. Or Dragon's Exalted, Dragon's Mad. I don't know.
Speaking of chess pins, we got a question from one of our channel members, shout out Monk, asking what the optimal chess spin is. And I'm going to extend that to Quilladin as well, because there's a lot of them. Yeah, what's the optimal chess spin in Quilladin? So we're going to
Quilladin's easy.
We're going to pop over to the chess spins and take a look. So you have a couple 70 HP guys in the recent Scarlet Violet Mega Evolution blocks. Or just two. These are the same. From, Chaos Rising. 70 HP but has 2 retreat. Or there's a ton of them with 60 HP, 1 retreat. And I am partial, especially in a deck with Badoo. You want that 1 retreat, in my opinion. I think that's important.
100%. It's got to be 60. It's got to be one of the 60 with 1. The guy that I have in right now is XY base. Bottom left there, yep. Vine Whip. That's the guy I have in there right now. And it would be Tree Climb is the other guy?
Yep.
Tree Climb is the guy I would have in there, but I cannot find this card. AKA it's not in stock at full.
I literally just bought it. I just picked it up this week.
Well, you Natalie must have done some grass correction.
Actually,
put it back in stock.
No, it
was not there.
That is the one I have for sure. Yeah.
I think for the art alone, it's got to be the XY chess pin, the one that Tony said he has right now.
Yes, I
for
did.
Sure. Vine Whip has the best art.
The 3D render guy, yes.
Yeah, that was cool.
No. Sorry, the XY promo one, the one in the top right corner, not the 3D Wonder one. No, we don't want 5-band graphics.
This one?
No, up all the way up top right. No, all the way up top right.
That's not XY base set. That's XY. Oh yeah, XY.
It's XY promo.
That's 2 retreat though. You can't play that one. That's 60 HP 2 retreat. Yeah, that's terrible.
But he attacks for 30. He knocks out Badoo in the mirror.
That is the least optimal chess spin I've ever seen.
And that art.
Nah, I mean, you could. The argument for the 70 HP one is you can play the full art, which is kind of sick. So
you can play the art rare, yeah.
But yeah, I'm saying Tree Climb.
Truly optimal is probably Tree Climb.
Yeah, it's probably Tree Climb.
And then Quilladin.
Quilladin's easy, dude. It's the Scrunch guy.
Yeah, Scrunch. Best. Okay, both of these artworks are sick. They were going hard with the 3Ds. 5-band kind of cooked with these. Not gonna lie.
Let's go, dude.
Yeah, Scrunch. So first of all, there's 4 of them with 90 HP. The newest one has 100 HP. You want the 90 HP, so it's level ballable.
Level ball, yeah.
The oldest one from Kalos starter set does only have 2 retreat. But that doesn't really matter. I think you're not necessarily sticking Quilladin
If that guy's in the active with no energy on it and you got to retreat, you lost the game.
Yeah. But this one has Scrunch, which for 1 colorless energy, flip a coin, heads, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon. So yeah, when Quilladin's in the active and you're attacking with him, you want to survive. That's your goal. So Scrunch is your best bet.
Yeah. Dude, okay, let's forward this discussion to Silcoon as well. Because there is a correct optimal Silcoon, and
it's not the ability.
You people are not playing it. It's not the guy with the ability. The guy with the ability is useless.
Yeah, I mean, 90 HP. It does have 90 HP, but yeah, we think the optimal one. Again, if one of these guys is in the active attacking, it's because you want to survive. And this one has String Shot, which is flip a coin for paralysis. So.
Yes.
I'd agree with that for sure. Especially the 90 HP, the 10 HP from 80 to 90. Hardly relevant, right?
The only thing I think of is a Blacephalon turn.
Yeah, I mean extra HP is always nice for things like that. So I don't know, maybe, but paralysis is kind of nice. I could see
This is also, yeah.
I could see
Your
it being
Silcoon is
cool.
also your evolution that's hitting the board the least in the game because you're probably you want to use your rare candy on the Beautifly.
Yeah,
So
you pretty much
Shout out
always
to
are doing that.
Cocoon Collector Silcoon if you're playing the Dustox in your deck, because you can just put a
that is
Cascoon onto your
true.
bench.
Yes.
Well, that's what the ability does here. Why would you attack to do it when you can just use the ability?
Oh, the ability does that?
Yes, the ability puts
Oh.
another Silcoon or Cascoon
All
onto
right,
your
I
bench.
revoke my shout out to Cocoon Collector.
Yeah.
But then you
Cocoon
don't get to
Collect-
announce Cocoon Collector for attack.
Yeah.
Okay. Should we just
Multiplying
play?
Cocoon's cool.
Should we just play the Silcoon with the ability, and then play the Dustox with Delta Plus?
No,
So that we
because
could
you're
try
not.
to.
Because then you have to play Blindside. You got to play a way to ping
No,
damage
you
on the
don't
bench.
have
How
to play
many
Blind-
how
no,
many
no,
two
we
for
have
ones can we
Chesnaught.
jam into a deck?
We
How
have
many 2-for-1s?
Chesnaught.
Okay.
Think about it. Think about the theory. Chesnaught into the active, damages
Pings.
something for 90. Yep. You come back with this Dustox. How much does the Dustox do roll?
50 damage. No, it does 20 damage
50.
for 1 energy. 50 damage.
What is the second attack?
50 damage to anybody. Snipe.
That's a 50 damage snipe.
Yeah, we can work with this.
Nah, I'm not fitting no Cascoon.
All right. Yeah.
and
No, you know who I
Dustox
need to
in
get
this
onto
deck, man.
this? Michael Prieto. Let's get Michael Prieto. He'll come up with
Our
something.
greatest grass mind, Michael Prieto, start cooking. Okay, I guess it's with the chest, but then they have to actually. I don't know. No, no.
This is what happens when we spend too long talking about the Chesnaught.
Yeah.
This has been too many weeks.
I'm moving on
Dude,
to
you're gonna
my
be-
deck list.
You're gonna be
played.
so mad next Thursday when I rare candy into Dustox and then take 2 on your Badoo. You're gonna be so mad.
I won't be mad at all, bro. You can do whatever you want. All right. Also, if my Badoo's in the active, I freaking am item locking you. You can't rare candy.
It's on your bench because you retreated it, dude, and you didn't bench Shaman because you thought you were safe. And
Okay.
And you're playing the 3-cost retreat Quilladin.
All right. This is getting out of hand, okay?
Yeah, dude, your Quilladin's stuck in the active.
This is getting out of hand. All right. I played pretty much the same deck as Tony, except like everything except for the Pokemon lineup.
It's super different in these ways.
It's super. So I cut the Chesnaught, the stage 2, and I went Toad. So those 3 cards in the Chesnaught line for the Toedscruel line and Tapu Bulu. So Tapu Bulu filling the attacking role that Chesnaught was having, and then the ability of Toedscruel, Slime Mold Colony, to kind of have some like different kind of disruption and pressure on your opponent. Just obviously in a much different way than Chesnaught provides, but like I just thought like the deck as a shell would work pretty functionally the same with those kind of swaps. You're just kind of like I said, putting pressure on in a different way. And Toedscruel obviously blocks your opponent being able to get things back from the discard pile to their hand with trainers or abilities. So Versus Seeker, Energy Retrievals, Cynthia and Caitlin, Lusamine, anything that puts stuff back to hand, Tulip, Clara, Tarragon, all that stuff blocked if the Toedscruel's in play. And so that just hits like pretty much every deck has things they want to get to hand, right? Every deck's playing like Night Stretcher and like a Lana Zade, Clara, Tarragon, Tulip kind of package, Rescue Stretcher, Versus Seeker, of course. So it just puts on a lot of like, I think, very strong pressure. Forces your opponent to be much more careful with their resources, or has to force them to gust the Toedscruel, which means none of my other, like my attackers aren't being knocked out, or my other support Pokemon like Beautifly and Cherrim are not being knocked out, or Torterra, so it can be pretty oppressive in certain matchups. And if Alex Carpenter was here, he'd say that was that was me teching for him. I played against him playing Fire, which had Salazzle and Embor, so he's discarding energy to draw and hoping to get them back with Fire Crystal and Superior Energy Retrieval and all this stuff. And I basically was just like, no. When I sat down from him, I was like, oh crap, like I'm playing the type that you're hoping to play against. And then I flipped over Toedscruel as my starter, and he's like, he's like, you think I wanted to play against this? This is like my worst matchup. And then he got super mad, and then I beat him. Um, and I was like, yeah, I guess you were right. Toedscruel's pretty good. If and to be honest, like if Chesnaught was that slot, I would have 100% lost to Alex. Like I only won because Toedscruel was in the deck. So at least he did that much, you know. I'm not necessarily saying Chesnaught is the worst version of the deck, there that people should be playing Toedscruel. I think it's just like kind of pros and cons of each, and I'm even going back and forth. You know, one of the big cons is it's another support Pokemon on your bench, and this deck has a lot of them already, so it's another not, you know, the benefit of Chestnut is that it has like a pretty strong ability that puts pressure on your opponent, but it is also filling the role of an attacker at the same time. So it's kind of like role compression there, where I spread them out between Toedscruel and Tapu Bulu. But Tapu Bulu did a lot of work being able to swing for 220. I knocked out a Franz Okidogi with the energy on it because I had to research away my Silent Lab really early, so I didn't get any use out of Silent Lab to counter Okidogi. But thankfully, Tapu Bulu was able to take the knockout and keep me in the game. Another thing, you know, that Chestnut would not have been able to do. Of course, the revenge hit from Chestnut might have helped, but then I would have also had to evolve into a stage 2 to actually do that. But, you know, I can go from nothing to a 220 attack with Tapu Bulu. So that was just my thought process in making those changes. Other than that, like the shell of the deck is basically the same. I played the Eric as Hospitality, Silent Lab, Wo-Chien for Endgame, and it all worked incredibly well. My only loss was to Tony, but he reset stamped me to 4 cards, and I bricked. So I didn't get my Beautifly into play, and then he won. So that's how that match went. Yeah, I mean, if you want to try out Toedscruel, I mean, I think I like Toedscruel a lot. I like the pressure it provides. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I think it's a really cool ability.
Cool. I think the option for the Bulu to hit big numbers, like you got through my Zamazenta, which is something that deck normally couldn't really dream of without
That's something
Torterra.
that grass
So
should not be doing.
yeah, exactly. So like, yeah, I think yeah, splitting up those roles a little bit. I think you mentioned just in our conversation before this a little bit that like splitting it into 2 Pokemon does make like the bench space like a little bit of an issue. So that's something else you got to consider too.
Yeah.
But so I mean, like, there's trade-offs for both. Like, I see validity to both strategies for sure. Like you said, you're just pressuring different things.
Yeah. Yeah. Forcing your opponent to play different is not a bad thing.
Because I in our game, I had like Night Starcher in my opening hand, and you evolved into Toedscruel, and I was like, cool. Well, I guess I'm just gonna Ultra Ball this away because there's no way I'm ever gonna use my single Gust card to like go for the Toedscruel this game. So I'm just gonna. That's my Ultra Ball target for my Rev of Room.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So it's really nice when you have it up, but yeah, it's kind of like my bench would end up being like Roserade, Cherim, Beautifly, Toedscruel, so 4 things, and then Torterra's probably I'm either swinging with Torterra or that's my 5th bench slot, you know, and I'm then my, you know, if I need room for Shaman, I probably don't have room for the Toedscruel in that matchup. But that's like the benefit of playing like the basic attackers, you know, because it's like even though you have only like maybe that one bench space, so if you can bench it on the turn, like that spot opens up and start attacking. So it's definitely fully functional. But yeah, it is a little tight. You can't like prep your bench attackers as much as you know, something like the Chestnut deck, but you also don't have to evolve into a Chestnut like stage 2, you know. So 3 stage 2s in the deck obviously is usually a lot. So, and that's what the Chestnut deck has going for it. And yeah, I don't know. I went for 1, so who knows? It was fun. It was fun. And
It's very, very. I feel like I say this a lot on the podcast, but like, very cool to see types that you would have considered lower tier to be innovated on, you know, in like meaningful games. So it's like, like grass was always like it was one of the better types early on. It's kind of fallen off, gotten like a couple things, but like like I know I've talked with a couple of our guys, and after playing games with this deck, and it's like, I mean, we like this is a great deck. Like this deck is like a meta contender in my opinion. Like
surprisingly,
very good.
Yeah, been very surprised with it. It's done really well, and definitely has like some glaring weaknesses, that other top decks don't have. But like it has it has a lot of really good strengths that other decks don't have going for it either. So it's kind of like high highs and low lows kind of deck, in my opinion. The Chesnaught version at least, and this as well because it's kind of the same. But I mean, yeah, that'll do it for league recap. Congrats to the pod group for going sweeping top 4.
That's our second or third 2, 3, 4.
Yeah,
but we've never we never had a 1, 2, 3.
Someday that'll be a historic day.
This Thursday.
Anyways, I did want to talk about also. We don't do this a ton, but
Dust stocks.
Yeah, I did want to talk about dust stocks again. No, I want to talk about other goings on in the Gym Leader Challenge community outside of full grip games. We've been pretty full grip focused for the last few weeks, and it's been really fun and interesting. But thought we'd maybe catch up on some of what's been going on in like the Turbo Blaze events that they host weekly as well, because that's just like a completely different meta out there from us. Some different things going on, some cool decks being played, and wanted to show it off. So, I mean, let's just go through the last couple weeks, see what's been winning. First, this past week, wouldn't you know it, it's a dang Chesnaught deck. One at the Turbo Blaze. Yep, one at the Turbo Blaze event this past week. And congrats to iChance7 for winning. And I believe I saw their post said that it is Dweesh's list, the one that Chase won with. Maybe a different Wormpool or something. This has Creepy Crawly Congregation.
Different Quilladin, I'll tell you that much.
Different Quilladin, yep. Does have Creepy Crawly.
Unless Chase played that.
Creepy Crawly Congregation. It's so hard to say. Yeah, is running same deck as right after Chase won with his badge. I mean, not right after. I guess this was yesterday. Yeah. So a week after Chase won. But
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, good to see the Chesnaught deck doing well in other spaces, just besides the fake full grip games meta that we have. A little extra proof. A little extra proof that it's maybe a little real. It won against a fire deck, 2 psychics, and a fighting to go 4-0. Yeah, so not much else to say on that deck list, of course. But the week before that, iChance7 back-to-back won 2 weeks in a row, this time with a dark list at 5-0. And I've heard a lot of talk about this one in the online space.
Yeah, this dark deck is very interesting.
Yeah. We've got Galarian Wheezing, ability locking. We've got the new Crobat to stack deck. We've got Tyranitar with Grimsley's move. And we've got Clutch Yveltal. We've got Limitation Sableye. Team Rocket's Murkrow, Spiritomb, and of course Galarian Moltres. Yeah, and so it's playing like a semi-control deck. I think, your win condition usually ends up being Tyranitar or a late game Moltres Luxcape kind of play. So you want to set that up with like your Limitation, your Murkrow.
Hold the line until I can get my Grimsley off.
Yep, exactly. And
exactly.
got Max Potion in here to heal your Tyranitar. You've got Mallow and Lana. You've got anything else? No. Surge
to do all of those things in the same turn.
Yeah, Academy at Night to stack the deck. Yeah, I mean, I heard in the final, it was a dark against the fighting, and I believe he was down. The fighting player only had 2 prizes remaining, and he still had 6 prizes remaining and made the comeback sweep. So if you want to watch that happen, it's on the Turbo Blaze YouTube channel. You can go check out their live stream from the tournament. and watch that final game if you want to learn how to play this deck, as well as just to see such an incredible comeback. So congrats to iChance7, really cool dark list cooking up here.
It was crazy. So I told you I had donked Chase, and he had this deck built, and so we played a game with this after, and he went second, and in his opening hand had like the Search for Tyranitar Academy at Night, Grimsley's move, and he did it and everything, and then he's like, wait, you can't use the Grimsley's move on your first turn of the game.
Yeah.
So, but he just he had it all in his hand to be able to do it, which was crazy. And then he did it on the second turn after that, and just being able to pop off and immediately get the Tyranitar up, it probably doesn't happen that often. Is crazy because he got the Tyranitar up with a Lux Cape that you can't Field Blower because it's on a Tyranitar.
Yep.
It's woo. He his win condition towards the end of the game ended up being going for the deck out, my deck out.
Dang. Yeah, the Tyranitar is crazy. When it's active, it's item locking, it's swinging for 150 damage, and it's milling your opponent's deck for 2 cards. So just extremely oppressive if it can get to that, but only with the Grimsley's move, which puts it straight on the bench, of course. Yeah, I'll link these tournaments, just for people wondering. I'll link these tournaments in the description, so if you want to come find the deck list there, you can do it. And then what else we got? We've got the week before that, Evan Wiki won a tournament with 14 players with a colorless deck, and it looks like it is that Harambe deck that we all have seen, known, and loved, more updated from the past. I don't know. It's been a while since I've looked at one, so I'm not sure what's different. Yeah, I mean...
This looks like, same old run-of-the-mill.
Yep. Still doing well, winning.
Tried and true.
Winning games, using that Swellow to take extra prizes with the Ancient trait. Got Crisis Punch and a bunch of triple energies and, Pelipper, Hops Package, things like that. Yeah, so congrats to Evan on that win, 4-0. And we should probably mention, the talk of the town for a while, I know that we're a month behind, but we didn't talk about it on the pod, was Evan's Slow King deck, Slow King Deoxys deck that won 2 weeks in a row at Turbo Blaze. Evan won with it, and then Lonnie won with it back to back. And is this not it? Oh, this is not it.
This is not a Slow King deck.
I thought it was. I thought it won 2 weeks in a row. Maybe a different tournament. My bad.
It won 2 tournaments in a row of some kind. I remember that.
Yeah.
Being true.
I thought it won 2 Turbo Blaze back to back.
Turbo Blaze. That's what I thought too.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe that deck list was. I don't know. Maybe I clicked the wrong thing or something. Anyways. Here's Evan's list that he won with about a month ago. And I don't know. Someone want to explain the combo that's going here with the Slow King?
Yeah. I got it. We've got, man, where do I even start? Let's start with the Slow King. All right. This guy is your main guy. This guy is attacking, and what Slow King does is it reveals the top deck of your card for a Psychic and a colorless. And as long as that card has a no rule box, if we're playing GLC, no cards have rule boxes, Slow King will copy an attack from that Pokemon and use it as the Seek Inspiration attack. So the idea here is, since Seek Inspiration only costs 2 energy, you want to use it to abuse Deoxys, which says this Pokemon must have 2 extra energy. So while Deoxys would be costing 5 energy to take advantage of the Psy Spear secondary effect, Slow King actually only costs 4 energy because of the original Psychic colorless cost. So you play a bunch of ways to stack the Deoxys on top of your deck, things like Switching Cups and Max Revive, and you play some neat ways to cheat extra energy onto your Deoxys, like Ignition Energy, which... Oh, did I say Deoxys? I meant Slow King, yeah. Yeah, to cheat some energy on your Slow King, got the Ignition Energy, which counts as 3 colorless energy as long as it's attached to an evolution Pokemon, and it gets discarded at the end of the turn. So, a really cute idea here. And and Mr. Evan Wiki is very adamant that this is, the way to abuse Deoxys. This is like a legitimate psychic deck, and it looks like a lot of fun. Like there's like solid theory behind it. I like it.
No, I mean, he was pushing the propaganda hard, but I mean, he won with it, and then someone else won with it right after him, so it's not fake for sure. And with the ignition energy, you can like attach ignition for turn and use just one more acceleration, be it Malamar, Xatu, Wondrous Patch, to get the 4th energy on Slowking to do the 120, 120 with Slowking. So it's like extremely, extremely easy when you have those special energies attached to it.
I didn't even notice he also has the 1/1. He's got the Guardy Gallade split.
Yeah.
So another option to, if you that almost seems like if you need to just like bench the Deoxys and attack with it, but at the same time it's also just like all your other psychic guys take advantage of that too.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to just be to cheat with the Deoxys.
Yeah, I think his idea is like go in with Deoxys as early as possible. Like you've got Smoochum as well to turbo out Deoxys, and then once Deoxys dies, then you go in with Slowking. So it's like your goal is just to go like, Psy-Spear Deoxys, Psy-Spear Slowking, win the game.
That's why like that Max Revive almost seems like the best stacking card out of the bunch here. You've got the Mallow, the Max Revive, and the Switching Cups. It's like you want your Deoxys gets knocked out. It's like single card combo to get it Max Revive just to that's an item to the top of the deck. Like you don't have to have it in your hand, just gets knocked out. And then you're Slowking right after that. It's
Exactly, and so and what's cool about the 1/1 Gallade Gardevoir split is if you evolve into Gardevoir, you can seek inspiration the Gallade to do, have a pretty decent 160 damage attack in your pool as well. When Gallade's not in play. So some cool niche combos there. If you're looking for kind of a more interesting and combo heavy take on, a recent Deoxys build, try out the Slowking deck. It's a very cool build, very creative. So shout out Evan for that. And sorry that we are a month behind on reporting on these tournaments.
Been too preoccupied with the Chesnaught deck.
If you're interested in playing in any of the Turbo Blaze tournaments once a week on Friday nights, you can join their Turbo Blaze Discord server. Check out their YouTube channel. So shout out you guys.
Shout out.
Yeah. And then, let's hop over to some of these new card reveals. Okay. Storm Emerald, Mega Rayquaza. You finally got a peek at some of the new cards from that set. Japan getting them in July. We will be getting them in November. Okay. So this is like 5 months down the road. Okay. So a long ways away for us. Just a month away for Japan.
It's actually miserable, dude.
How unfair is life, bro? Obviously the poster child Rayquaza, Mega Rayquaza EX, pretty cool for standard. I'm not going to read it for you. And I will say, the pool of cards for GLC, very slim, like we mentioned at the beginning of the pod, very disappointing. Nothing super interesting. Not to say that there won't be anything interesting coming later, but if you saw my tweet, the best GLC card we got so far was this Fletchender, which has free retreat. So if you're playing colorless birds with Talonflame, now I think there's a free retreat guy for each one, because the best Talonflame in the pool has free retreat. There's already a Fletchling with free retreat, and now finally we get the Fletchender with free retreat. So and also colorless 40 damage clutch, can't retreat lock. You can retreat lock your opponent. Not the worst attack either. So
I love a random guy with clutch, dude.
Yeah, and that's just one DCE, so pretty solid. Probably the best new Fletchender we got. So shout out free retreat Fletchender. But the Talonflame is an EX in that line, so no new Talonflame. And then John, take it away.
We've got Adventuring Lantern. Search your deck for a basic fire and a basic lightning energy. Reveal them and put them into your hand. If you're looking for a third option that isn't Letter or Earthen Vessel, and your deck is playing both lightning and fire energies, you could use this. But let's be real, you're not going.
Could definitely see play in the Dragon deck.
No, stop pushing that
No.
narrative. It cannot.
What Dragon Jack
It
is
could.
playing letter and vessel already, and like I need more.
I don't know, man. We're scraping the bottom of the barrel with these cards. I'm just throwing out ideas.
You can play it, but
You could put this card into a fire deck, and it would be fine. So
for the
that's where I'll
people,
leave
like
it.
obviously fire works with Reshiram, of course, and you have a lot of lightning attackers as well. And again, like John said, if you're already playing letter, most of the dragon decks right now don't play vessel in addition to letter. They could, but they don't. And so why would you
could play
play
this? You could play this in a colorless deck with Volkner and Mela.
You could, but then that sounds terrible as well. So
Listen, I'm just throwing ideas out there.
again, just play letter because you don't even play any of the letters in colorless.
I'm in total agreement. I'm trying to find ideas.
What I also thought when people bring up the dragon deck is like, yeah, you get the fire for Reshiram and you get a lightning, but none of like the good dragon attackers attack for fire lightning. Like that's not an attack.
That's
combo.
not true.
It's not. No, it's like it's light.
Rayquaza donks for lightning colorless.
Yes,
But even if that is
I'm
true,
saying
like you just add vessel.
like I'm saying like you yeah, it's
Dude,
a fire
ends
colorless
Reshiram.
or a lightning colorless. Like it's not fire lightning
Ends
combo.
Reshiram. Dude, it's not
Ends
attaching the
Reshiram.
energy to the Pokemon. If it was attaching the energy, that yeah,
Turbo
sure.
Blaze, Turbo Blaze attach, pass. Oh, it's my turn again. Double Dragon, Virtuous Flame, knockout.
Virtuous
Bang.
Flame
I can't,
170.
I can't.
Oh, what? You don't
Let's
hit me
get
for
to
knockout? You
a
only do
real
100?
card. Let's
Bang,
get to a
powerful
real
rage.
card. The Mega Rayquaza cap. If you love Turbo Energize and you hate that it accelerates 2 energy, and you love a silly Mega Rayquaza hat, man, this is the card for you. It's got Delta Gift. For each Pokemon in play that has a Mega Rayquaza cap attached to it, search your deck for a basic energy and attach it to that Pokemon. Oh, it doesn't even attach to the bench.
No, it's two people with the cap.
Oh,
So and
so it
it's
only
an attack.
attaches to the active.
Yeah, it's an attack.
So it does what Turbo Energize can't do and attaches to itself.
Yeah, so it's a turbo energize for 1 to the active,
Yes.
and it doesn't discard itself at the end of the turn, so you can use it again.
Yeah. If you've always
You can wear
wanted to
that
end your
Rayquaza
turn
hat
by-
the whole game.
Yeah. If you've always wanted to end your turn by attaching an energy to your active, then this is the card for
Dude,
you.
I hope this trend keeps up and they don't reprint TMs. They just print funny hats that Pokemon can wear.
I'm
That
so
gives
down
them
for
another
that.
attack.
That would be sick. That would be sick. It's a really cute card. I hope they get like a full art of this, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like it's so funny looking.
It's awesome, dude. We're joking about it now, and then they're gonna print like a Gardevoir hat that does like 200 damage for 1 energy.
How about amazing Raikou cap that does 120 snipe? We got a new supporter card, Zinnia's Trust. Switch your active Pokemon with one of your benched Pokemon, and if you do, you can move one of your energy from the old active Pokemon to the new active Pokemon. So if you, in my mind, I immediately think of like, you turbo energize with a Pokemon you're not going to attack with, something like a Tatsugiri in your active or something. Then that energy on the Tatsugiri might not go to waste if you play Zinnia's, and you can get the energy off of your Tatsugiri onto something else. So in my mind, that's like the best use case for this. Other than that, like it doesn't seem very good to me.
What about like in the Dragon deck, you like are attacking with one of your big stage 2s, they damage it, then you use this card to put the 3rd energy onto like your Raging Bolt and plus Double Dragon, then you're doing 90.
But see, like, why? Anytime people suggest that, it's like, why?
Yeah. The only thing I could think of was you can play Naganadel in Psychic and have a second Malamar.
It's like in the dragon, like I get the point, like in those dragon scenarios, it's like, oh, you can tank a hit with somebody and then switch into somebody and move the energy. But like, that's kind of like, that's like such a niche, like correct line in GLC.
There's also like no
like,
way that this card could ever be better than playing like another like consistency card.
Yeah, just play like a better supporter for that turn.
Yeah.
And attack with the guy you're already attacking with. He took a hit. That's like pretty good. Like that someone took a hit. He's still ready to attack.
Bro. There's some types that can't even do that in the first place.
Exactly. He's still ready to attack. He tanked a hit. He did his job, all right? Attach to somebody else on the bench, play a good supporter, and let him go down next turn. That's my thought process. But I mean, it's cool to what is cool is that we have a new supporter with a new effect that did not exist before. So it's another opportunity to expand the creative card pool that we have access to. So for that, I am not mad, and I could very well be proven wrong. It does move any energy card, like Tony said. You can move Double Dragon with this. It doesn't have to be a basic energy. So there's that. So anyways, anything else to say about Zinnia's Trust? MC's Hype reprint. MC's Hype reprint.
This is a reprint?
Yeah. There's a new artwork for a card that exists already.
Wasn't this like already in standard?
Yeah, it's currently still in. It might have rotated, but it's in my cube.
Man.
In my cube.
You gotta have a talk with Creatures Inc. Man.
Draw 2 cards. If your opponent has 3 or less prize cards remaining, draw 2 more cards. It's a great cube card because my cube is 4 prizes, like 40 card decks. So you get the bonus effect after 1 prize is taken. So then it turns into a draw 4.
That's broken.
Just Pokemon's reminder that they will never print a just straight draw 4 card.
Absolutely not. Never.
Yep.
4 cards, broken. 3 cards, the worst thing you've ever read. Now,
unless you're playing Ben Morse's cube.
The meat of the reveal was the brand new Legendary Summit Stadium card. It is the first ever 2-card stadium.
That's not true.
First ever 2-card stadium.
No, it's not.
What? Let me hear it.
The Prism Tower and the Ange Floette.
Okay. In play at the same time. In play at the same time.
Yes,
those are 2 stadiums.
Also are in play
those are just 2 stadiums, okay?
Yes, and you have to have the Prism Tower down to play the Ange Floette.
Yeah, on a following turn. You can't play them on the same
turn. No,
you
can play at the same turn. Yes, you can.
Oh my god, there are so many hairs we can split about this card, guys.
I don't care about the Ange Floette.
Let's not do it on the Ange Floette.
Yeah.
I just want to...
Okay. All right, I'll concede, okay? I'll concede that. It is a 2-card stadium combo, but it's different, all right? This is 2 cards.
It's the first one that's good.
You have to play this stadium as 2 cards. You can you draw into both of them and then you can play it down. Okay.
The first simultaneous only 2-card stadium.
Yes. In the old days, there were legend cards in Heart Gold Soul Silver. Can you just search legend and it'll come up? Lugia Legend. So. There it is. Fortunately, it's split by the combo, but you see the top half and the bottom half of Lugia. It's called Lugia Legend from Heart Gold Soul Silver. Same as the stadium, you could only play it down as a Pokemon if you draw into both pieces at the same time. And I don't even know why I'm spending so much time talking about how the stadium gets in effect, because this will not be GLC legal, okay? Because these cards have the same, they're 2 different cards, but it's the same name. So both pieces are called Legendary Summit, and per GLC rules, obviously you can only play 1 card with the same name as anything else. So you can play 1/2 of the stadium. Like 1/2 of the stadium will be legal in GLC. You just can't play both. Which is...
Therefore it's useless.
Yeah, therefore it's useless, but it's beautiful looking. It's like a full art landscape scenery. I hope they do more. It looks awesome. And it'll probably be like, I don't know, maybe mid in standard as of right now, but it would be broken in GLC if it was legal. Because it has the effect when knocked out by damage from an opponent's attack, both players' colorless Pokemon give up 1 less prize card. So it was in play in GLC in your colorless deck and you got knocked out, your opponent would take no prizes for it. So it's a way to deny prizes in GLC, and it could be easily abused in colorless control GLC decks where you could take 5 prizes against colorless control, but if they've run you out of stadium bumps and 2 items to discard stadiums, and then they put this in play, you're never taking another prize, assuming you are a deck that takes prizes from damage. Like, you can get around it with things like Blacephalon, of course, or Monkey Dory damage. But if you're just attacking, you're never taking another prize. And it's honestly probably not too hard to get to that point for colorless control. So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we could. As cool as this idea is, this one in specific, I think we should be glad that this is not allowed.
Yeah, hoping that one of these cool stadium effects will find its way into GLC.
Yeah, I mean,
They're
it would be
doing some cool stuff. We've got evolving stadiums. Now we've got simultaneous play stadiums.
Well, the evolving stadium is legal in GLC because those are two different cards.
It's legal, usable in GLC. I mean, the cool evolution part needs to be usable.
It's really good for your
Mega
Floette GLC deck.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Prism Tower though, broken card.
Dude, maybe that's what Fairy needed. It needed that to say a Pokemon with Floette in its name, and then a little baby Floette could get like 100 HP.
That'd be pretty funny.
True.
Yeah.
My Floette's doing like Flower Shower for 10 damage, but it has
like 230 HP.
Yeah. I've seen people say that this has a rule box. It does not have a rule box. This green box down here is just normal stadium rule text. Like, it is a rule box technically, but like every stadium has this where it says, like only one stadium can be in play, can't bump with the stadium the same, yada yada yada.
And that was sort of my immediate reaction was like, yeah, it's two cards, you can't play it. And then that was ultimately like my hang up. I'm like, well, if it doesn't have a rule box, I'm like, what is the rule in GLC? It's like you can't play more than one copy of a card. And it's like, is the copy of the card the individual half of the card, or is the copy of the card the full card?
I can answer that. But copy of the card is the name of the card because you can't play two different Snorlax.
Yes. And then, yeah, exactly. And Ben ultimately corrected me with you can't play like all like the V Union pieces. You can only play like 4 total. Like you couldn't play multiple. So it's like the limit that it has in standard is ultimately what like.
So you can only play 2 of each half.
Yeah,
exactly. So like in standard, you only be able to put the stadium into play twice, basically.
Yeah, you can play 4 copies of the half if you want. You can, in standard, you can just play 4 copies of the left half and never be able to put it in play if you want.
But you can't play 4 copies of both halves.
No, you can only play.
Wait, does it specify that you need to play the other half?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, I think so.
No, yes, so to put it into play, yes.
Yeah, you need both halves.
That's an interesting question, though, John. Like, do you just need?
Yeah, can you just like screw up the art and play? Oh yeah, it's got to be worded like that on there. Otherwise, you'd be able to play any 2 combination of it.
Yeah, let's see what the official. It says with the other half.
Okay, but what text on the card is it? Like, I guess the number is different, but
the set numbers are different, and you can tell by the way this is left and this is right.
The way that it's really
you can
obvious.
tell by the way that it is. I mean, it's the same with
it's
the
so
Lugia.
obvious, but I don't see the text on the card that says that this is the other half of this.
You could tell if you look at it.
That's how it is. Okay, because yeah, I mean, that's how it is with like the Lugia Legend pieces. Like both pieces are named Lugia Legend, but you obviously, I mean, let's look at if it says it all on the Legend card.
Can I just make a V Union of just like all Mewtwo's feet?
This card says with the other half. So it implies that the other half will look different. I think that's the rule text that it's.
Sure, it implies it, but it doesn't say it.
Yeah. A la the word other.
Other. Yeah, because if someone's like, this is the other half and it's the same piece, someone can be like, well, it's obviously not the other half.
All right. I'll concede. That's fine. I can't do dumb things with this stadium.
But yeah, the V Union, all 4 pieces of the a Morpeko V Union are named Morpeko V Union. Like, see this bottom right corner? Bottom right corner of the Morpeko V Union, also in the bottom right corner of the card, the name of the card is right there. Morpeko V Union, same name. So it'll be like that. It'll be called it's called Legendary Summit. Top left there is the name of the card, and then on the other half, on the bottom right here, the name of the card once again, Legendary Summit.
All right. Anyway, sorry, I got us way too hung up on a card that's not legal for GLC.
I mean, none of the actual GLC cards are worth talking about, so this is a beautiful
True.
looking card. Really cool looking.
Gorgeous, yeah.
I hope, I had the thought, like, I wonder if, I mean, they never reveal like special artwork first, so like this is like, what is going to be the rarity? Uncommon. So like this beautiful of a stadium, basically a full art is an uncommon card,
Yeah.
which is pretty
It's
cool.
just gonna be like the Delta trait guys, the ancient trait guys from like XY.
Mm-hmm.
Those cards are like commons and uncommons, but they just had expanded art.
Yeah.
Would be my guess.
Yep. I wonder if they'll have like texture, if it's gonna just be like flat artwork. It looks like it'll.
I doubt they'll have texture.
Who's the artist on that? I think it says the artist in English, if I'm not mistaken.
Nagi Miso.
Nice. I always like to look. It's a cool art. Like I always like to look at that. We talked about artists earlier. I'm like, cool. I want to go see like the other cards they drew because like I'm like, yeah, that's gorgeous. What else did they do?
Yeah, you got Swablu's on the left half. You've got Fletchender and Fletchling on the right half with some Alterias in the background. Yeah, some colorless representation.
Nice.
Some cool stuff. I think there's one other card worth talking about. These are from a while ago. Are these from a while? Is this the new? Yeah, this is the new one.
No, I think this came out like same day
or
day before, day after.
That Palma has Dynamotor, but it's a stage 2 and the attack is bad.
Tony's trying to rush us for some reason.
I didn't want you to scroll past
a third Dynamotor has hit the lightning deck. Literally.
Thank God.
Literally,
it's got 150 HP. It's like almost double the HP of the other Dynamotors.
Yeah. I mean, how crazy is it?
And it has a better attack than the other Dynamotors.
How crazy is it to get 3 Dynamotors into play? That's kind of nuts. I don't know. You can't write out any energy acceleration abilities ever. I mean, maybe in this case you can because there's 2 other ones that are stage 1. But
I think we could write this one out.
Yeah, maybe. Why didn't they just give Dynamotor to the stage 1?
I don't know, man.
Because there's a lot of
we'd
good.
Have 8 Dynamotors in standard.
It's honestly disappointing because there's a lot of pretty strong Palmots in the GLC card pool that like do super big damage. So like, if that could easily, if the stage 1 Palmo had Dynamotor, that would instantly take the spot of something like Electric, because Electros, there's like no good ones, but like there's a bunch of good Palmots that nuke for like over 200 damage.
Wait, is it really Palmy, Palmo?
Palmy, Palmo, Palmot.
Yeah. Good Lord.
Oh, love it. Love it.
And I can never tell them apart.
I know, they're so hard to tell apart too. Especially like these two. Yeah, they could have been, I don't know. Anyways,
the same guy. It's just the same guy.
I know. He just grew up a little bit, all right? Got a T on his end of his name now.
I'm pretty sure he's fighting too. Isn't he like a lightning fighting?
Yeah, he is. In the video game.
Sick to get a fighting Palmot.
Yep. Yeah, print a Palmot in fighting that has Buddy Catch. I dare you, Creatures Inc.
Has Buddy Catch. And no basics to evolve into it, bro. You have to maxes it out.
They'll give it to him.
One other, probably the only other notable GLC card is this Delibird, which has the Energy Present ability, colorless Pokemon. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in your active spot, you can look at the top 6 cards, choose an energy you find there, and put it into your hand. So it's like Mysterious Tail Mew, but for energy. And it can find special energy as well. It does not specify basic energy. So in a colorless deck, that's obviously very helpful. You can look at the top 6, find a I was going to say DCE. That is banned. Do not play DCE. Double Turbo.
DCE.
Double Turbo and the rest of the gang. But a lot of the discussion around this Delibird has been about how you just don't have like the bench space for it. Like, is it really worth the slot, foregoing maybe some of your draw support Pokemon to have this, look at top 6, find an energy Pokemon? I mean, I wouldn't say no. Not yet. I'm not going to say never, to be honest. So
I feel like this guy's only really good if you start him.
I mean,
Because you want to be this wants to be the guy you retreat into Rotom to take the knockout.
well, sure, but I'm thinking for the rest of the game, like after there's not actually like when it comes to like psychic and stuff, like there's a lot of like when you have Mysterious Tail Mew, you promote that after every knockout, right? Colorless right now
Yeah.
does not have someone that is your pivot that has utility as a pivot. So this is like the first one that does have utility as a pivot.
I guess that's true.
So
This actually seems like maybe not bad in like the Harambe deck.
yeah, I mean you play so many like triples and stuff like
You play
that,
like the triples, yeah.
and you're not as heavy on like a you don't have like Dodrio, since obviously you have like a lot of support guys
You
in
have the
that
other
deck.
support guys, yeah.
So it'll just be a matter of I think he could be good if Colorless didn't
Yeah, I
have
agree.
so many
Don't
other
write this
good.
out.
It's because we just have too many other good abilities for this to compete with in Colorless. But if those didn't exist, like I feel like this would be slotted into a lot of Colorless decks because it can find the
You know what it
specials.
is though? It is a bird, and so is the toucan we looked at. The colorless bird players are eating good with these sets.
Resist fighting.
So, there's that.
Yep.
Does resist fighting. Hopefully, yeah. With its 10 damage, it's resisting fighting.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now we're talking. We've got a new Sprigatito, Florges EX, new Smoliv line, Arboliva. Smoliv. Did I say Florges? Oh, I said Meowscarada. I read Florigato and I thought Florges for some reason.
Yeah.
Meowscarada EX. Okay, but we do have this new Arboliva, which, oh man, again, another disappointing. So the reason these are all so disappointing, outside of the Rayquaza stuff, is that a lot of these are like theme deck reveals for Japan, and usually the theme deck cards are just way worse for some reason. I guess they think that like new players playing theme decks can't have strong effects for some reason. So they usually just gives, it's just weaker versions.
Way watered down cards.
Yeah. So the reason I say that is because this Arboliva, a stage 2 grass Pokemon, has the Oil Slip ability, and when you evolve, or no, this is once during your turn, so it's not just on evolution. I didn't notice that at first, but once during your turn, you can push your opponent's active Pokemon out of the active. So it's like a forced escape rope once per turn on your opponent's side. Not a gust, so it's not like Dubwool or Hariyama where you get to choose. You just have to, your opponent gets to choose. But it's on a stage 2 in a grass deck.
Yeah. It can be a good effect, but just like on the stage 2 is the problem. Like there are some other stage 2s I think that have this ability. Like there's a Metagross I know like has escape rope, which is like switch both active Pokemon.
Yeah.
And then I think might be some others too. The only time we ever see this play is like with Fiona and like Iron Bundle and like Water, because it's a basic Pokemon you get to use this effect with.
Exactly. Yeah. And it clears the bench spot immediately for something else.
Right.
Yeah, and this will just sit there, and its attack is only 100 damage for 2 energy, so the attack is nothing. If they had like a really strong attack, then maybe I could see it, but definitely not cutting it right now.
Not even close.
Anything else worth talking about? We got a Purloin, incredibly weak.
Zorua art rare.
Art rare is hype.
Like our 4th Zorua art rare.
I mean, Zorua is one of the main mascot Pokemon in the Pokemon universe. Zoroark. So
that's awesome because Zoroark's my favorite Pokemon. So
well, shout out you, Tony. Shout out you.
It's a Zoroark with riotous beating.
Yep.
Blast from the past.
All right. Was there something else we were going to talk about next? Or are we about to wrap it up?
Did the tournament, the cards, did the league.
I'm going to shout out
to submit to us. Oh, yeah, shout out our members.
I'm going to shout out our channel members once again. Thank you guys for sticking with us. No new members this week, so if you're interested, get you a little shout out going, okay? And priority response to comments and just our heartfelt appreciation. 99 cents a month for the base plan, okay? So Appreciate you guys very much. Thank you so much for supporting us. And what were you gonna say? Yes, about the episode next week, John. Right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Remember, as we said at the beginning of the episode, big episode coming out. Our next week's episode, going to be talking about the best decks of all time with Andrew on the pod. Be sure to reach out to us. Make sure we don't miss considering something that you feel like was one of the best decks of all time. So share your opinions, your thoughts, tweet at us down below in the comments. Messenger pigeon, smoke signals, I don't know. Just let us know what decks you think have been awesome throughout GLC's history as we prepare for this special episode to celebrate 5 years of GLC.
Absolutely. And it's gonna be tight. Okay, we're gonna try and keep it a tight list because even we could easily when any of the deck that could be in the conversation for best deck of all time could have its own podcast episode. So there's gonna be a lot to talk about, and we're gonna have to probably gonna be a long episode. We'll see how long Andrew's willing to go. But yeah, we're gonna try and keep it to the tippy top. But yeah, please comment what you'd suggest and why. Okay, the why is important. And thank you again so much. Follow us on Spotify. Follow us. Give us a like here on YouTube. Subscribe. Shout out Gym Leader Challenge. Forever and always. Thank you guys for joining us.
Yep. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. We will GL. See you next time.
Deuces!